Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow crypto nerds. My name is Monty Allen, and I am your crypto nerd. And you're a day late and I'll go short because this is yesterday's Algorand news. If you're on Twitter, do hashtag Algo News and I will find you if you find an article or an idea that seems interesting. Post it there, hit the hashtag, I will find you. Let's jump into it. First up, this was really exciting. The Fed is considering a digital dollar. Now, we have heard about this for quite a while. It's been making the rumblings on the interwebs since, late last year. Before that, really, but we started seeing articles about it from last year. Wall Street Journal just posted this video today talking about the digital dollar. And really, it seems to be an educational piece. And my feeling is, hey, we just want to get the public aware of this and comfortable with it as quickly as possible. Jerome Powell's talking about it. The Wall Street Journal has done many articles about it. There's a couple of these like explainer videos, which are really kind of bare bones and down to the earth. So this article came out, middle of the night, and it referenced a lot of material over the last quarter, I would say. And then in addition to that, we know that the Fed has been talking to the MIT team, right? So the MIT team has this digital dollar research program going on. And James Kuna has been pretty vocal about it. He's with the Boston Federal Reserve, right? And he gets quoted in a lot of articles and he does a lot of PR stuff. But how close are they actually working with the team over there at MIT? How serious are they about getting this digital dollar released? Well, according to several sources, late summer, early fall, that time frame seems to be coming and going pretty quickly, so I wouldn't be surprised if it gets pushed out some. But look, They started this collaboration announced August of 2020. It's been in the works for a little while. Now, this is actually incredibly fast for the Federal Reserve to be announcing something and then doing some research and then having some prototypes ready. That is actually lightning fast for what we call the Federal Reserve and how quickly they move on monetary policy. And something as earth-shattering, as unusual as a digital dollar is to some of these old school financiers. And think about it. There was a lot of pushback from banks and from people who rely on that friction. Think about it. If all of that money that was floating around for 3 days before is now just instantly transferred from one digital wallet to another digital wallet, why do we need the banks to be involved in that at all? Why do we need a third-party provider like a Visa or MasterCard? Now, we want a Visa or MasterCard on board, but wow, what if the government just issued everyone a digital dollar wallet? Now, they need somebody to facilitate that and kind of monitor that, and they don't want to be resetting passwords and doing all of those monotonous things that go along with maintaining that kind of a wallet structure. But what if everybody just had their own wallet and you could just send money digitally directly? No need for an intermediary. All those people who had their hand out along the way, every stop that US dollar or whatever currency you're made over those 3 days it took to wire transfer or send funds from one business to another, their hands are their pockets are empty now. So there's a lot of people who would be against this, there's no doubt about it, but there's a lot of people who are for it, especially retailers and the people who actually earn the money, because now more of their money is going to be in their pocket. Let's say I'm working at a market or a fair or some kind of a retail store. I take your credit card on Square, and then Square or somebody takes a percentage of that, and I just lose some of that money along the way. What if that money was instantaneously there? I didn't have to batch it out at the end of the day. I think it's really cool. So this Jim, his name is James, but he goes by Jim. I notice a lot on his LinkedIn profiles, and here we have him with the Central Bank Perspective State of CBDC. So he just spoke to this actually just a few days ago at this CFC. So this is the finance conference, the crypto finance conference. He was on a panel here. So Jim Kuna with Thomas Moser. I'm not going to say this name correctly, and I apologize in advance. Subnendu Mahanti. So we've got these folks on a board talking about CBDCs, and he's making his presence known, and he is mixing with all of these folks. Now, I couldn't get a clip of this because this is the private portion of the conference. There was a public portion, there was a private portion, so there's no video of this. I don't know what the conversation was like, but look at what else is on the docket. Why institutions need to get serious about cryptocurrencies, institutional adoption of digital assets, challenges and opportunities. There's a fireside chat there. So all of those things are really, really kind of, in our wheelhouse. We want to see that adoption. Look at everybody who was there at this virtual event. There's a who's who in the crypto industry. And there's a lot of well-known entities, and not just crypto, right? We're talking about, look at the Fidelity was there. We also have the World Economic Forum. We know them in the Algo community because there was a paper recently released that outlined Algo. Grayscale was there. Now, all of those folks are really, really key to, what's going on. And Jim was there. He actually spoke on the 17th, I believe, so not too long ago. We'll see if we get any kind of a report on what was shared there, what the information was like. But Jim's been in the business for 35 to 37 years, I want to say, over there at the Federal Reserve. And he is well connected in the crypto industry and spreading the word about CBDCs. So now he's partnered with MIT and their digital dollar initiative, right? So who else is involved with that? It's Silvio. So now he's got a relatively small cameo appearance in the CBDC world there, but man, he's there. Jim's there. Who knows what kind of conversations they've got going on? All right, we'll wrap it up today. We've also got a few odds and ends here. We got TrustSwap. So we got TrustSwap talking about Yieldly Finance. We got Algorand projects. 2 more Algorand projects coming up in the next 3 weeks. Based on the success of Yieldly. Now, not just based on the success of Yieldly. I can't imagine they had a couple of projects. They're like, nah, I don't know if these are not going to be a go. Let's see how Yieldly does first. No, they had these in the back burner already. They've got probably a slate of these things that are ready to roll out, right? They just want to cascade so they can gain some momentum. But I like it. I like this idea of some, rollouts, a rollout plan or schedule that lets us get a new, a Yieldly or some new other program, a new project rolls out. We get to adopt it. We get a few weeks to kind of incorporate it into the community, and then something new comes out. And that's how you grow. It's kind of like a video game. You're playing video games, you don't get all of the goodies all at once. Nah, you got to start off with just a basic, and then you upgrade, and then you upgrade, and then you upgrade. And so eventually, you're playing this video game a year from now, somebody else watches you and be like, wow, that's really complex. How did you do all that? Well, you just did it by unrolling one project at a time. So the Algorand community is that way. We're going to get to know all of these projects, one project at a time, and I like it. Speaking of projects, there's also this Algo Optimizer. I love when my money gets more money and, helps me make more money. So the Algo Optimizer, if you haven't used this, I actually saw this on, I think it's Nerdy Dude Stuff. So Nerdy Dude Stuff, if you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, you definitely should. So he's posting, he does a different style. He pulls up his webpage and he goes from tab to tab. Well, his first tab is Algo Optimizer. And I'm like, well, what the heck is this Algo Optimizer? I want my algo to be optimized. Don't you want your algo to be optimized? Well, go check it out because it will help you make sure that your staking rewards are properly optimized. So go check it out. Anyway, they've received this development award, so go check them out, and hopefully they continue to grow because they've got some decent support now. Love when the Algorand Foundation is chipping in there. All right. New projects. So Daisy, if you do, actually pointed this out to me. She reposted something from Algo Mint, which I went and checked out, and that's a rabbit hole I went down for another half an hour, 45 minutes. But Michael Cotton, go give him a follow, go check him out. Also go check out at algomint.io. So the Algo Mint is doing something that Alex Trafonis was talking about just a day ago or 2 days ago, it seems like, taking the cryptocurrencies that are on other blockchains. We're talking about a Bitcoin. Taking a Bitcoin, essentially wrapping it in Algo and making it an ASA. And so you can take Bitcoin, trade it on the Algo, and so you get the benefits of having the cheaper, faster, safer, Algorand blockchain And so they are taking these other, coins, tokens, bitcoins, and they can mint them on Algo as an ASA essentially. And so Bitcoin, BTC, becomes Go BTC. Go give them a follow. Check it out. It's a great idea. It's obviously got some traction. Michael's actually talking at the APAC Blockchain Conference 2021. That's actually the Australian version of the blockchain conference. A huge community down in Australia. So anyway, I can't go there to Australia. Maybe someday I will, but give Michael a follow. He posts some really cool stuff, and this idea is definitely worth following. I've seen it now in a couple of different iterations, and so it's got some traction. I like it. That's all I have today. My name is Monty Allen. I am your crypto nerd. This has been yesterday's Algorand news. Why don't you tune in tomorrow so you can catch up then too? All right? Stay safe, avoid the scams, and we'll see you tomorrow.